Hi guys, both me and Mike here today just to answer actually a really cool YouTube comment I got lately. Someone actually asking if I could make a quick video about how I actually met all the Woomys. That was from someone named Ray Gomez. I'm probably not getting their last name correctly, but I just thought it was a really cool idea because a lot of
It's called
people...
Guzma.
It's your boy Guzma. Um,
Oh,
oh god, this is not going straight. But I just thought it was a really cool idea, and why I've discussed on our fan Discord a few times to people how I've met everyone. I just thought, because there's a lot of people who are obviously not a part of that, just thought make a quick video to post for YouTube for New Year. So I'll probably start with the person who I actually met first out of all the Woomies, and that would actually be Marcus. And Marcus and I met on a game called SRB2, which stands for Sonic Roboblast 2, which was a Sonic fan game using the Doom engine, which had online multiplayer and co-op. And me and Marcus both being incredibly young at the time, we used to roleplay, do roleplay servers on it, and I used to play as Amy, Amy Rose. He used to be Edgy the Hedgy as Shadow. And we used to also have do it with another friend named Dark Dragon or Anthony. Sadly, we don't really have much contact with him anymore, but he would create these servers and we would come join and make up these stories, and every time we did that, I would have to use the Wii messaging system to send a message to Marcus directly. I would put the IP address in the message, like, "Yo, Marcus, come join the server," and he would do that. I'm honestly surprised that worked as well as it did when we were kids, but we had no real other way of contacting each other until we were on the server. But eventually, we got a bit of a brain. And we moved things to MSN at the time, and we met a lot of friends, and not many of them I really have any contact with anymore. There is one called Flyer Free F, which I would like to get back in contact, but it's always just sometimes difficult to go down those roads. But Marcus and I have been just constant friends, jumping from messaging system, from MSN to Skype to Discord to consoles, from Xbox Live to Wii U, Steam, PC gaming. He's just been one of my longest friends, and we've practically gone through hell and back. We've been there for each other in times of need. We've been there during the best moments of our lives, and he's definitely a friend I definitely see myself having until the day I die. How I sort of feel with all the fun times with Woomys members. But Marcus and I, we're pretty tight. He's definitely my very first friend I ever had, and I love him. I will tease him non-stop in the videos like I did in episode 20. But when it comes down with it, if anyone was to ever hurt him, actually, I would be so on their ass within a second. Should we maybe move on to Kitty? Because you and me... Kitty. Because you and me both have... pretty much everyone else was met through Miiverse. Marcus was the main one who was met outside of that. Because I introduced Marcus to everyone after a while, and then he joined into the Woomys. Yeah, you want to start with Kitty?
Okie dokie. Basically, I met Kitty on Miiverse, back in the early days of Miiverse before it changed into what it is now, which is just why. Yep, garbage, anything you want to call it. But I met Kitty on the early days of Miiverse. I saw her through her art, because she used to be she had a lot of art on Miiverse, which was really, really good, and just back then it was really good. She's improved so much since then as well. It's just amazing how much good of an artist she is. But back then she used to do little Sonic drawings, and they were really good. I'd like follow, comment, and just she was a really nice person. And then one day it somehow moved to Skype, and while on Skype, there was one time we played a game together. A game that's probably no one would think we actually play together. Probably it's Team Fortress 2. I got a Steam, and Kitty said she played Team Fortress 2, and I was like, okay, let's just play that, because I have no idea what that is at the time. So I played it, and I was rubbish at it. Like, I couldn't do anything, and she was just like, had all this secret gear, unlocked all that stuff, and I was just like, I don't know, I'm jumping around shooting things.
I never knew Kitty was much of a TF2 player.
Yeah, I don't think she is now, but she used to be like when I first met her, or when I first started playing games on her with her on Skype. It was Team Fortress 2. That was the first game to get us to talk to each other. Actually, saying that, when playing Team Fortress 2, she did speak to me the very first time, but after that, she became quite shy and didn't really speak that much, and went into the phase of, I guess, typing kitty, where yeah, typing kitty, where she'd basically type all the time, but you would occasionally hear her giggles. Like back in the early days of Callie's YouTube, actually, like in the hide and seek videos of Gmod, there'd be a time, there'd be times where you'd see Kitty interact with people and she'd giggle. She'd give a little giggle.
Yeah, I definitely know when I met Kitty, same thing with you. I never really talked to her on Miiverse, but I was aware who she was. I had definitely seen her artwork. But it wasn't until you probably introduced me to Kitty that I actually got to know her as a person. But yeah, for the longest time, Kitty was just pretty much text and then the occasional giggle. And I think even though I'm not so fond of the old Gmod hide and seek videos, but gotta start somewhere, there's like a line from you at some point where you go, like Kitty's seen someone, she's giggling, and whatnot.
She gives a little giggle and you know she's nearby. Which actually leads into what I want to talk about next, is how me and you met, Callie. Also on Miiverse. Back on Miiverse, I saw a coloured, I'm gonna guess it was Son Amy from Art Academy. Son Amy.
It is.
I remember commenting saying it was really good, and we'd be talking in comments for a little bit, and then there was one time in Miiverse where I think you had a bit of an issue with someone, or not issue, but sort of a problem, I guess, and like that. You made a drawing about forgiving someone, and someone else done the other half of it.
That is vaguely God, how many years ago was this?
Quite a while ago, I know that much. But I remember being there, like one of the people being there saying, you know, I'm here if you want to talk to me and all that stuff. And once that was over with, you said something about a Skype sort of thing, like if you want to add me on Skype, let me know in messages. And I gave you a message saying, hey, I have a Skype. Maybe we could just talk on there. And in Skype, like once it moved to Skype, that'd be the Skype calls would be in, and it'd be quite a group of people, where you'd be quite talkative to everybody, and I'd actually just be very quiet. And sometimes you occasionally hear me do something, I guess, or you'd hear my game. Like there was a time I remember someone, I think it was you, Calie, who asked me, what game are you playing? And I vaguely remember saying, oh, I'm just playing Mystery Dungeon, very quietly. And at one point in time, there was a point where everyone left the call apart from me and Callie, and we just got talking, and then pretty much from there on, it's got to this point, from where we are here, because we have so much in common.
Sorry, I do vaguely remember that. There's a lot of like the key pinpoints of when you and I first started meeting, which are a little hazy, but sort of from like the Gmod hide and seek stuff, I sort of remember all of it. Because there were so many different people back then, and not many I keep in contact with now, besides the fun times with Woomys group. But yeah, pretty much exactly what Mike said. We met on Miiverse, became Skype friends, and sort of started playing Gmod hide and seek together, which we introduced to the kitty. And yeah, practically here we are now with all the fun times with Woomys and all that jazz.
Pretty much, yeah.
Who should we talk about next?
How about we all walk us through how you introduced or met Blitz?
I could do that. That also.
I hope so.
My memory's not that bad. That also comes from Miiverse, because I got the Wii U during the very beginning of its lifespan, like on the day it came out here in Australia, and I remember being the only one there to pick it up. It's like, oh dear God. Just in my Mario outfit, it was gonna be great. But I did a lot of, most people probably do know this, I am actually a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan. Amy Rose is my actual most favorite character, I love her. And I used to do Sonic drawings and Amy drawings on Miiverse, and I got a friend request one day from someone saying like, "Oh, hey, I love your Sonic artwork. I also live in Australia. Yo, keep up the amazing work, all that jazz." Somehow in 64 characters, I think the friend request thing is. And I thought it was so sweet, and I sent him a private message saying, "Hey, thank you so much. That was so kind and caring. Love to hang out sometime." And like a month or two went by, and I never got a reply, so I deleted him. Because even back then, I used to get non-stop friend request spam. It wasn't as bad as it is now. It's a little crazy now, and I feel so bad not being able to respond to everyone. But I love a lot of the messages people send with them, and sometimes it's just like, I wish, but it's just so hard to deal with sometimes. But
I brought out a system where you could increase your friends list. I'd get it in a heartbeat.
Me too, absolutely. But I'm also a part of a thing called Street Pass Brisbane, which is a local gathering of 3DSs in Australia, and they went to this Pokemon tournament. And I'm not the best at Pokemon, but I was like, yeah, I want to meet new people and whatnot. And there was this guy who had this Sonic shirt on. I was like, Jesus Christ, it's a Sonic fan. That's crazy. Because obviously I had never really met anyone who was like crazy about Sonic in real life. But I had seen people with Sonic shirts on before, but usually it's like, oh, I just walked into a single shop, they had this, I thought it was cool, I played Sonic on the Super Nintendo, it's pretty cool, just like, they have no idea.
Sonic on the Super Nintendo.
There's some people who are really dumb. But I was in a way stalking him, not creepily. But I saw on his 3DS he had a Silver keychain figure. And it was like, okay, he's got to be a Sonic fan. Silver's not a very liked character. I like Silver, but he's not a very well-known character outside of the Sonic fan universe.
Not thanks to his debut game, no.
No, that probably didn't help. So I remember coming up to him, like, "Hi, you a Sonic fan? Oh, you got Silver, your favorite character? Mine would be Rose." Just sort of non-stop babble, because I was just so incredibly shy talking to people in real life. But no, he said his favorite character was Sonic, and we started talking about like, oh, Sonic's awesome, Sonic's cool. One of the few people I've met who talked about Sonic who doesn't hate everything he does. And we got talking, we started talking about like, oh, we use fun, I love the Miiverse, and he thought it was a really cool idea. And I was like, hey, I'll show you some of the drawings I've done on Miiverse. And I showed him, and he was like, I recognize these. So he went to check his own Miiverse, and he checked who he followed, and he followed me. And we didn't know at the time that he was the person who sent me the friend request, because that happened a few months ago. But that's eventually something we found out later. And I still tease him to this day, and he goes, but you removed me. Well, you didn't respond to my reply. It's your fault, man. I got things to do. But Blitz and I, he's definitely my best friend in real life. We ended up moving in with each other, and we've just had a blast. Like, it's so cool, awesome to have him on Fun Times with Woomys. He's actually one who built the computer, and it's actually his recording software that I do everything with. I edit it, but it's definitely the help to him in terms of the technical department that Fun Times and
oh yes,
Fun Times
even helped me as well.
Yeah,
we're in different countries.
Blitz is definitely the smartest person I know when it comes to computers, and he's just a really awesome and nice guy. I love that he's been more consistent in it. He sort of has one-offs when he appears, and then he's gone for 5 episodes, but recently he's been consistently episode after episode, and he's just an awesome person, and I love having him in Fun Times Woomys. We probably should talk.
Because you two are actually together, aren't you?
Yes.
I was gonna leave that out. I was waiting for you to mention it at some point.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, but now all the fan art. It'll be cute though. But probably should talk about the Little Fluff or Jewel. But I want to actually correct something because I get this comment a lot. Little Fluff is the name Mike gave for Jewel. I say it more than he does in the videos, but I get always so many people in our Fun Times Woomy Discord server gives the credit to me. I'm like, no, it was Mike. So I wanted to correct that, even though probably not many people probably really bad at it, but yeah.
I guess I should kind of explain the nickname Little Floof itself. Little Floof is a nickname I gave to Jewel when we were talking about our Sonic OCs, which, if I don't know if Callie has an image, just throw it on screen for a second, like, me. And I called her character Little Floof, and she also calls my character Little Floof, because her character just looks so fluffy and floofy, so I just called her Floof once, and it turned to Little Floof, because she's little. Because height-wise in real life, she's small compared to me, because I'm like, well, me and Callie are both kind of tallish people, aren't we, Callie?
I'm 6'4".
Yeah, you're 6'4". I'm nearly 6. I'm like just off 6 foot. So me and Callie are both tall. Well, Jewel is like 5'4", so to us she's Little Fluff. She's little. So that's nickname Little Fluff. Jewel is also a nickname for her. Jewel is the name of her Sonic OC, because well, she has a massive jewel in her tail.
I love her character. She's so cute.
Yeah, her character is so unique. Anyway, Jewel and me met on the early days of Miiverse back at the release, even like on Nintendo Land. Because I remember me and Jewel doing this little mini game on Miiverse. We'd post on Miiverse saying, "Can you find my character in the Nintendo Land lobby?" Because if you posted on the Nintendo Land community, your Mii would show up in the Nintendo Land for a little bit. Kind of like how the Inklings do in Splatoon, when me and Callie post about episodes.
Advertising.
Yeah. But yeah, we posted that, and we'd try and find each other's Mii in the lobby and be like, "Oh, we found you." Take a screenshot of it and put it on the in the comments. And then I actually, one thing Jewel did inspire me to do even back then, she actually inspired me to do a little bit of doodling, because before Miiverse, the best I could do was Stickman, and I admit I can now do more than Stickman. I can actually do back on Miiverse. I tried actually doing things. And Jewel back then also was like just like doing little art, and she's come such a long way from when I first met her to now. The stuff she can produce now, like every drawn title screen that Callie has, like most of them drawn ones are done by Jewel, and they are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So me and Jewel met on Miiverse. We kind of just talked through messages for quite a while actually. Sometimes we'd have big breaks between talking to each other and not. And then when Animal Crossing New Leaf came out, when that game was quite popular for quite a while, we would talk to each other on there via the best friend messaging or in each other's towns by just messaging people. A lot of the time it would just come down to me and her as well, because everyone would just, I guess, bugger off. So Animal Crossing was a big part of it as well, and Animal Crossing came back for a little bit this year actually.
Until Pokemon took its thunder again.
Until Pokemon came back again. It was like Animal Crossing's got ditched by Pokemon twice now. Freaking X and Y came out. Animal Crossing. Oh, Animal Crossing update. Let's go back to Animal Crossing. Oh wait, Sun and Moon.
Is there ever going to be an actual hater of Pokemon? It's going to be Isabelle. They just came back. God damn it!
I just came back to you, and now he's gone again.
Oh my God. We are getting so off topic.
Yes, we are. Anyway, Pokemon X and Y was also another thing me and Joel talked about as well, because on Miiverse we would message each other saying, "Which Pokemons do you have?" Like, because Joel is more about completing the Pokedex. I'm more about, at the time, competitive battling. Because I used to be quite a big competitive Pokemon battling, hence why I know so much about the Pokemon's abilities, types, moves, IVs, EV stats, all that crud that most people don't really understand. We both knew a lot about Pokemon. Pokemon is also one of Jewel's favourite, actually no, it is Jewel's favourite franchise. I remember her drawing Latias, the red flying legendary Pokemon, and telling me like Latias was one of her favourite Pokemon, and then Sylveon was also one when she came out. So Pokemon was also another big reason me and Jewel got quite close. And then eventually, one time on Miiverse, Jewel was telling me, because I asked her, is there any way to like keep in better contact with each other apart from just Miiverse messaging? Because I wasn't on Miiverse that much after it updated, because I just didn't find appeal to it anymore. But there was people I wanted to keep in contact with, i.e. like Callie and Kitty, and I kept in contact with them through Skype. But Jewel is quite shy at first when you first meet her. She very shy on giving out anything really about herself. So when Jewel said to me she's going to be getting a phone for herself for the first time and we'll be able to message each other, I did ask her, could I have her number? And at first she did say she's not giving out to anyone, but eventually, after pestering her so much, she eventually said, okay, I trust you with my number. And so it basically moved to WhatsApp. So we started talking on WhatsApp more, because obviously messaging each other will cost money, and WhatsApp's a free thing you can use with as long as you have internet.
Yeah.
So we started talking on WhatsApp. So we messaged each other on WhatsApp, going Animal Crossing, messaged her on WhatsApp, and then eventually she did get a Skype as well. I can't remember what convinced her to get Skype, but she did get Skype as well. Took her a while to actually call and speak to people as well. I remember not being able to hear her voice for a while too, but eventually we moved to Skype calls as well. And I believe that's when you met Jewel as well,
Yeah,
Calie.
yeah, we were playing.
Adding her to a Skype call.
Yeah, we were playing G1 hide and seek, just a random one, and you kept on talking about like you wanting to add this person. You actually had speaking of Jewel before, and I definitely saw Jewel artwork on Miiverse, and she followed me, and she followed me and liked my stuff before I actually had checked her profile. I was like, oh, I'm gonna check this person. They're always yamming my stuff, and like, Jesus Christ, why are you following me? Your stuff is in God tier category. It's definitely insane. But you had spoken about like a really good artist you had known on Miiverse, and I do remember when you added your cool, yeah, Jewel, just like Kitty, didn't say a word. Jewel for me for like a week or so was just Pokemon noises, because she was playing the Pokemon Yellow on 3DS. I think that was around the time when Jewel and I met each other.
Yeah, that was the time, yeah.
And Jewel, when she finally did start speaking, was like, hello. Just really quiet. She is so cute. I don't know how I convinced her to be in a YouTube series, because she's in episode 1 of Fun Times with Woomys, and she talks in episode 1.
She does, yeah. I think Jewel has definitely come out of her shell quite a lot from when I first met her. Probably due to us too.
Because we're incredibly obnoxious and annoying. Like, hey, Jewel, what's wrong? Hey, Jewel.
Yeah, me and you go quite hand in hand with each other.
We do. We bounce off each other really well. Which I think...
Hence why there was an episode of just us two one time.
That was never meant to be an episode. That was just me testing my audio and whatnot, but I liked what we recorded. I was like, screw it, I'll make it an episode.
But yeah, back. But on Jewel again, yeah, Calie met Jewel when I added her to a Skype call while me, Kitty, Calie were playing Pokemon. We were playing Pokemon. We were playing Gmod hide and seek. And obviously, like Calie said, just Pokemon noises from Pokemon Yellow when Jewel was playing, and the odd hello later on. But now Jewel's just come along so far, both in personality. Her art is now amazing, and it's just really nice to have Jewel around.
Jewel is definitely a wonderful person, and I'm so grateful to have her in the series, and so grateful for all the just amount of artwork she's done. She's definitely incredible, and I love Jewel. And I know a lot of people love Jewel. I get so many comments saying Jewel's my favorite Woomy. Forgive the Woomy.
She definitely made the most popular video Fun Times with Woomies episode, didn't she?
She has. Every time I tell her how many views that has, she just instantly shuts up. Like, no. Like, oh God, Jesus Christ. But yeah,
I guess this would be a good time to say it. Me and Jewel are actually together.
Hey.
I don't think any of the fans actually know that.
I don't think anyone in the Discord even knows that.
No, there's been subtle hints, but no one's ever pieced it together.
No.
So yeah, there you go. That's out in the blue now. I don't really mind who knows. And Jewel, well, you gotta live with it now too.
We love you, Jewel. And probably.
Who's next?
We got one more. We got Marley, and Marley is definitely the most recent. Marley actually sent me my second bit of fan art I ever got for Fun Times with Woomys, and I think this is literally around the time I hit 1,000 subscribers. She sent me this tweet, this artwork on Twitter, and I was like, oh my God, that's so amazing. For me, just still getting artwork from anyone that like. It's like, oh my God, I'm so glad that you liked it that much. It's still just like, all the time.
Getting artwork for me is still quite it just blows my mind. We get fan art of like
Yeah.
what we do. As never thought we'd get to this point.
Yeah, it's so incredible. But Marley was one of our first members on our Fun Times with Woomys Discord, and her and Marcus really hit it off. They were having a lot of fun with each other, and of course me like wanting Marcus, who was practically my brother, to be happy. You were pretty much my brother as well, Mike. You too. They really hit it off, and I got to speak to Marley, and she's just a really nice and funny person. She's just very caring, very sweet. And when we were talking about doing a Mario Kart thing, I was like, "Yo, Marley, you really like Mario Kart? Why don't you join us for like as a guest and whatnot?" And I thought she did really well. I thought she was really funny. I was like, "Oh, we'll do a second one. Come on in, Marley." And at the same time, Marcus and Marley were getting a better relationship together, and so they're building that. And then eventually she constantly get mentioned in Fun Times Boom. It's just like, Marley, just join. You're in it now. And I think she did really well in episode 20. I know she's very quiet for the first half of the video, but then she really kicks in, and it's a lot of fun. But Marley is just a sweet and wonderful person. I think pretty much all of us are really sweet and caring and just nice people. We do have to be a little strict sometimes for those on the Discord. I gotta feel like the Discord is sometimes a horrible place.
Yeah.
Fun allowed. No, stuff like that.
We just have to be strict to make sure everyone has fun. Everyone has a fair, fun chance in playing and all that. And if there's no rules, no fairness, then it just becomes unbalanced, and that's just not good.
It becomes the nasty place.
Just look at Melee. Unbalanced as hell.
Any Smash Bros. Reference you can get in, can't you, Mike?
Yep.
We probably
also, there is something I'd like to mention. There's 3 people that have been hinted in episodes or been special guests, being Jesse, Richard, and Dan.
And Dan. Yeah.
They've all been hinted or been guests. I guess if you want, I could start with Andan.
If you want, we'd probably just do Andan because he's the only one who's appeared in a Woomy video, because we've almost been doing this for 30 minutes.
Oh god, okay. Okay, well, Dan, as you saw, he did appear in one episode, and he kind of took the title screen as well, being a derpy Gatling gun. Dan is Boom Boy in my videos. In my videos, he's always player 2. He's always been in my videos. Back in the old days when I had a video camera and went before Dan's balls dropped.
Oh my god.
We've done New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii, and that is just a cherished memory for me, which I am glad is on YouTube as a playlist. We played that with so bad quality camera, and it was just fun. But he has been always my player 2 in many games, and he's just... He appeared in one episode, obviously, as the Gatling Gun Derp, and that's pretty much Andan right there.
I think,
pretty much part of my YouTube.
I think I should point out, just so people know, because I get this comment, and then I'll wrap it up. I get this comment a lot, where's Andan and whatnot. I was like, how Dan actually got in. The entire time, episode 16, I think it is, he actually was in the Skype call because he was over at Mike's house. He was playing on the Wii U downstairs. I don't think he has a Wii U on his own, does he?
He got one for Christmas, but he does not yet have Splatoon yet.
He does not have Splatoon. But practically, he was on our Skype call just mute because he just wanted to hear and whatnot, and be in the game so he could hear Mike yelling at him, because Mike does that. And practically when Marcus was apparently had to go, it's during the match ending, it was Dan, just unmute your mic and whatnot, you can talk, you can be in this episode. So it was so many things that came together for Dan to be in episode 16.
The stars aligned for him, basically.
Practically. So yeah, it wasn't even at his own house. It was on Wii U downstairs. It was Marcus leaving. It was just so funny how all this stuff happened.
Everything just went right for Dan to join. He was never meant to be in an episode. So the fact that he's actually in an episode, and he has even on our Discord, everyone has a little sprite emoji. Dan has one.
Isn't it called Andan?
It is. It's called Andan, and that's his main thing now. Everyone just calls him Andan.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much how we met all the Woomys who've actually appeared, in terms of vocally. There's Richard, which is Kitty's boyfriend, but besides that, I don't really know too much about it. I gotta know Richard more. He's really nice.
Yeah, he doesn't really appear that much, but
No,
yeah,
he
as we know, it's Kitty's boyfriend, and from talking to him, he's a really awesome guy. Like, really, really cool guy, and obviously he's a Sonic fan.
Oh, that's right up my alley. But anyway, yes, thank you so much for if you've listened to all 30 minutes of us babbling non-stop. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned where all the Woomys
You are
met.
a Woomy.
You are now an honorary Woomy. But yeah, hopefully
You're an Woomy.
Thank you, General.
You're
Hopefully
welcome.
hopefully see you in another fun times with Woomys or another video soon. Bye.
Goodbye.